Hi everyone, John here. Just wanted to do just a small COVID-19 update with referring to Daniel Andrews, our Premier's meeting that he had today with the media. And like I said before, there's not as many changes as what we expected. There was 16 new cases today. Oh, by the way, I'm reading from this, so I apologise for that, but I had to write everything down because there's I think even the Premier was reading from his notes as well, because there's just too much. But there's 14 new cases today, and sadly there's 2 deaths. There's 9 people that are in intensive care in hospital, and there's about 14 of those 16 people were actually from aged care. So hopefully we don't have any more deaths, as far as the 9 that are in intensive care, because the Chief Health Minister for Victoria is always saying that we do get some deaths that occur from that. It's just inevitable, so we can't really do too much about it. But he's also saying that we're some way off yet from getting back to COVID-19 normal. So, but he has said that he's very proud of Victorians and also the health workers as well, which are actually the frontline workers. And I think there's about 50 or 60 of the health workers that have got COVID-19 as well, because they're in direct contact with helping people that have COVID-19. So yeah, I applaud them too. So some of the good things are 127,000 people will be going back to work. Not all of those will go back to work as from tomorrow, but I'll talk about that a little bit soon. The end of the curfew, which is for us, was from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning, then it changed to 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, that's no longer. So that's some good news. Because we have to wear a mask when we're out, they've changed the fines now, and it was a $200 fine if you weren't wearing a mask. But now they've increased those. There's 5 people that are allowed outdoors now, not just 2. That's still the same as for 2 hours. Also, from 2 households, they can go out together, but only from households, not friends. So also we have. I just got a little, your battery is too low, but anyway, see how we go. But also the 5 kilometre distance still remains. So I don't know if that's, sorry about that, I just had to close something on my phone. Also the VCE students and students from 1 to 6, grades from 1 to 6 I should say, will return from the 12th of October. Also the gardeners will be happy because and the people that get their lawns mowed will be returned back to work as from tomorrow. And the good thing is that they're earning money and they're keeping busy and everything like that, and I think that's one of the most important things. It's not a matter of whether you've still got a job, it's a matter of whether you're doing your job, because that's where the mental health side of things have been devastating in Victoria. Of course, the Prime Minister has said that he's not happy with what our Premier has said. He'd like to fast track everything, and of course as the Federal Prime Minister, and of course the Federal Finance Minister has agreed with him once again. You've probably seen in some of my other videos that of course Victoria supplies about 30% of the money for the whole of Australia, because we just produce so much, whereas a lot of other places around Australia are more tourism. So of course he's going to say bad things about Victoria, because really it's not really just he wants the economy going, he just wants money. So, but we all need money. But I've also said in the past that when we hear bad things from the Prime Minister or the Federal Finance Minister, who lives in Victoria, by the way, which I've said before, doesn't do Victorians any good to hear that. We're just not interested in that sort of talk. So we're just interested in whether it's good or bad. We just want to follow Daniel Andrews and do the best that we can. Also, there's less than 400 cases now, but active cases in Victoria. But he's also said that we don't want to just be complacent. We need to still have up to maybe 20 to 25,000 people go and get tested every day to make sure that we're still not having community transfer, and also that we can make sure that we get all of the cases that are out there quarantined, and hopefully everyone's back to good health again, and then we can move on. Also, there's no new cases in regional Victoria or country Victoria, which is of course is a good thing. That's where we're trying to get at, so that's really good. The other thing as well is that they were saying that they would make some restrictions once we got down to about 30% of cases or something every day over a 14-day period. We're down to 22.1 over 14 days. But he's also saying that we shouldn't be complacent, and it's not over yet. He's still going to just ease the restrictions slightly, but I think he's just still sending the same message out there that we're all into this together, and we need to do the best we can. Some of the other good things from that 127,000 people that are returning to work, there's only actually 37,000 people returning tomorrow. So some of them are childcare as well, and which all the families will be happy about. And also, if you're a child minor, only one person can visit one person in a household. You can't, if you look after more than one person, you cannot. You can't go and look after one person in someone's house and then go to someone else's house and look after another person if you're doing one job part-time and another job part-time. So you can't do that. The shopping of one person from one family, I should say, for each day, that's been lifted now. You can have, your family can go, but he's not encouraging your family to go, but he's saying that you can. One person per day in a hospital can visit ill people, which is a good thing for the people that are ill, of course, long-term illness as well. Intensive care, there's different rules for that, so you'd have to talk to the hospitals about that one, the Premier was saying. Also, dental is okay, but that's for like non-emergency things, just things that, probably if a tooth needs to be pulled out or something like that, but other than that, really there's nothing more than that. If you want your dog groomed, you can have your dog groomed, and of course people with faith, still that's a bit of a hard one. There's no more than 5 people can go to churches or mosques or temples, or which is really hard to perform that sort of service, but that's what Daniel Andrews is saying, to try and reduce the Covid-19. This is what we need to do. For people who are hiking and fishing is okay, but it's really, that can only be no more than 5 kilometres from your home radius. So if you want to go fishing and it's 10 kilometres away, you can't go fishing, so that's really hard. There's going to be some announcements as well on the pools, whether you can swim or not. For people that like we have a permit to work at the moment, so a permit to go on to from work in certain hours. So they're saying that you can, before, when you can exercise from your home, no more than a 5k radius. Now it's no more than a 5k radius also from your work. So then you'll need to produce those permits if the police pull you over and wondering, well, you don't live around here, so why are you doing this? And of course, a lot of people do, get out of work, and during their lunch hour they might go and do some exercises. The other thing is, all these things, the next things that will happen is, could be on the 19th of October. Some restrictions could happen a week earlier than that. There'll be more decisions made in, I think, well, the 19th is about 3 weeks away. He's saying there's no shortcuts. He said he's very proud of Victorians, but we still need to get the job done. So that's about it, really. It's still like in a stage 4 lockdown, but it's only the same restrictions are still there in a sense. It's just that some times have been extended, and the amount of people that you can see, only be at family, is being increased, and for people for faith can go out, you can go and see people that are ill and things like that. You still can't go to nursing homes. But anyway, that's just a little short update, and everyone stay safe, and please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for viewing. Bye now.